Hello everyone and welcome to my review of Snowrunner for PC. Snowrunner is a sequel to the Drive 'em Up Mudrunner and Spin Tires, developed by Saber Interactive and published by Focus Home Interactive. The premise of the game is straightforward and simple. You and up to 3 friends are truck drivers, working across 3 distinct regions in the United States and Russia. Your missions come in the form of tasks or contracts, either from the local populace or major industries in the area. These missions take the form of delivery requests, vehicle rescue, sightseeing, time trials, heavy goods delivery, bridge repairs, water drainage, and more. The vast majority of these involve you taking a truck to a specified locale to gather the materials requested, and then transporting them to a destination for money and experience. Some requests will take you to an entirely different map, making some journeys quite time intensive, and tense depending on the load you're hauling and the route you've decided to take. You see, the terrain of Snowrunner isn't simple roads and highways, oh no. Snowrunner likes you to get dirty in the deep water-sodden mud of Taymyr in Russia, or half-drowned crossing a flat, fast-flowing river in Michigan, or skidding around on frozen lakes and streams in Alaska. These natural hazards are the meat of your driving time as you carefully navigate your truck, of which there are over 40 plus to unlock and find throughout the maps, and using a mix of careful acceleration, different gearbox modes, and wheel drive systems such as all-wheel drive or differential lock. Some trucks being better than others for certain tasks, or have entirely better improved drive systems. For instance, some are rear wheel only, meaning they may suffer when driving through thicker mud. These are better for delivering items to areas that aren't quite as rough terrain-wise. Smaller scout trucks are handy for finding the hidden vehicles in the map or exploring the area and accepting tasks, but they aren't really equipped to haul any meaningful cargo and work to support other vehicles as you plan your route to complete missions. Really, the terrain is the highlight in and of itself. As you drive through muddy tracks, you'll see it deform as your vehicle cuts a path through it, but also potentially you can see yourself sinking down into the mire. It's important to remember, as a return journey on the same road can become more difficult since the mud isn't reset after you leave the area and is persistent throughout the entire game session. Customization is also a big part of the game compared to Mudrunner. Here you can modify your trucks to have more powerful engines that can sacrifice some of their durability, or add some raised suspension that allows you to move easier through mud and snow. New tyres that are better suited for different terrain can alter the vehicle's performance on roads, mud and snow, while the type of mod you have on the back of the truck can make it heavier, but ultimately more versatile for collecting items for tasks or even being able to rescue fellow players who may have taken a tumble. This is where your money and experience come into play, as you need that money to upgrade your fleet, and new experience levels can unlock more equipment and new trucks to buy in the truck store. The main goal though is to know your vehicle and the routes you've planned. This is crucial in avoiding a hilarious, if somewhat disheartening, fall down a cliffside and starting back at the garage to do it all over again. So this is where the multiplayer is key. 4 players can work together to complete missions across multiple maps in the same area. So, Michigan for instance. 2 people could be working in Black River in Michigan, while another hauls goods from Smithfield Dam to help the 4th player who's working in Drummond Lake. When coordinated, it can be like clockwork as you navigate the map together to gather the materials, each one working different roles from heavy lifter, repair and fuel support, main goods hauling, and winch support. And if you have a few friends who do enjoy this kind of non-combat focused, more laid-back style of game, it can become a real time vampire as you all work toward making the local oil industry flourish. The game looks gorgeous, from the environmental details to the truck interiors and some nice lighting that isn't overly taxing on systems. I mean, this isn't Crisis levels of visual fidelity, but honestly, it looks pretty and the gameplay really sells the experience. Sounds are what you'd expect, with massive engine roars, whiny squeaks and cracks from car body work, and when you do inevitably take a tumble down a hillside, you will not only hear the pain that the truck is in, but also see bits of it flying off as vital parts become damaged, like the engine, suspension, wheels, fuel tanks and other bits and pieces. That said, the game currently, as of writing for this review, has a few issues. One of them is major for me and many others. Should you want to play the game with a friend or a loved one in the same home on the same network, you can't currently connect to one another. It's prevented me from playing the game with my girlfriend, Kitty, for the time being, though I can connect and play with other random people online or other friends outside my house, such as Frunica or Varak. It's a known issue and one that will hopefully be fixed soon or long after this review comes out. Other issues that have been reported for players are things like sync issues, where bridges in the game will appear to be intact, but when the other player tries to drive across them, they fall through into the river below, despite being intact on their screen. or crashes, which can result in trucks being lost and requiring you to buy them again. Saber, though, are aware and working on the issues, but I don't think it'd be right to just gloss over the blemishes on what is otherwise a really stellar driving game. When the issues are ironed out, the game will shine as a great cooperative experience with hundreds of hours of content in the base game, and more coming from the Season Pass and the free editions in the coming months. Overall then, Snowrunner may have a slightly misleading title, suggesting it is all just about snow driving, but the game is so much more. The amount of content in the base title is engrossing for anyone who's a fan of driving simulators in general. It has its own tense pacing and fun action moments as you conquer a mountain top or ford a deep fast-flowing river or rescue a friend from the bottom of a hill. It's a game that doesn't put limits on you or ask you to perform tasks in a limited amount of time. It's just fun to play, even with the issues it currently suffers from at launch. So, yeah, I'd recommend it if you're looking for something different like that. But that's all I've got for this. Thanks for watching, everyone. Have a good week, and see you next time. Bye.